We are about to embark upon a series of strange and exciting, dangerous adventures. Adventures that will lead us to all parts of the world.
Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at Batman vs. Robin issue 5. This is the final issue of the miniseries. It was written by Mark Waid with art by Mahmud Asrar, colors by Jordie Bellaire, letters by Steve Wands, cover by Mahmud Asrar and Nathan Fairbairn. Assistant editor Rebecca Bonin, associate editor Dave Walgos, Paul Kaminsky editor. So Damian is being held hostage by the demon Nezha, who has him trapped for about a minute. Nezha revealed what he's doing by controlling Batman. In Batman's wounded state, he wasn't able to fight him off. They do a good job summing it up real early in the book, so you get a really good idea of what's going on. You get kind of brought up to speed, so things just go from there. There's a great chase scene where Damian's trying to get away on a bat bike from a demon Batmobile. Monkey Prince shows up to be super obnoxious, and it turns out he can clone himself by ripping tufts of hair off his body, which is really gross. And they have a long chat, and then the Bat family shows up to try and slow down Nezha. They're just trying to weaken him because he's already weakened by being in Batman's body, and Batman's body's weak too. So they're trying to get him to use energy as much as possible. And really they're stalling until some of the magic users can show up, like Zatanna, Enchantress, and Pigsy. They're really desperate to make Monkey Prince successful, so I guess this is yet another attempt to do that. The whole pulling his hair off and making clones is actually useful in this, even though it's weird and kind of gross. And the way they get rid of the demon Nezha and try and rescue Batman is a bit trite, but it does work for the story. It's fine. It's supposed to be this kind of epic, grandiose thing, but it does work for the story, so I didn't have too big of a problem with it. Overall, it was a fun miniseries. I enjoyed it. You don't really need to read any of the ancillary books that go along with the Lazarus Planet story. I'd recommend reading World's Finest 1 through 5 first, and then jumping into Batman vs. Robin and read the Lazarus Planet Alpha and Lazarus Planet Omega before issue 5. They fit between issues 4 and 5 because that does help with a lot of context here, but Mark Waid does a good job bringing you up to speed, so if you didn't get those, it's not major. And as usual, this was shockingly good Mark Waid material. It's not his best so far, but it's definitely fun, so I didn't have any problem paying $6 for it. Is it worth that? No. Try and get it for about $4. The art's okay. It's not great, but it's definitely serviceable and it works pretty well for what they're doing. It's just not a style I particularly love. There are really good panels in here though. When Monkey Prince first shows up and the demon Batmobile sequences are all good. It's just sometimes faces look a little too manga-fied for me. So if you get a chance to read this, it's a fun Batman story. Even though I hate Damian Wayne, this made him slightly more tolerable. And the cover's good. It does relate to what's going on in the book. It actually shows interesting things going on, implies peril. It's nice to actually see a cover that relates to the book and not just a random pinup that they had laying around in storage. But that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. If you'd like to help the channel out in other ways, links are in the description to various support methods. And as always, we hope to see you on the next one.